Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something I personally understood much better a few months ago. I was taking a session at a foundation in Jaipur for parents with children with special needs. And one concern that almost every parent had was this: what will happen to my child when I'm not there around? What they really meant was, how can I ensure that their life continues smoothly even without me? And that's when I realized that the struggles of these parents are very different. Most parents plan for things like education, career, and maybe marriage. But here, they are not thinking about just phases of life, but the child's entire life. And at its core, this is not a money problem. This is an emotional problem that needs a financial solution. So in today's video, I want to talk about exactly that. How do you plan for children with special needs in a way that ensures they live with dignity and their needs are taken care of, even when you are not around? Often while trying to answer that question, most parents take steps that feel right, but unknowingly make their children most vulnerable. Let me explain. Firstly, most parents focus only on saving money. They start investing, building a corpus with the belief that if I leave enough money behind, it will take care of my child. But that's where the biggest gap is. Because money by itself does not solve the problem. Even if you leave the money, these children may not always have the ability to take financial decisions, manage money, or even communicate their needs clearly. So the question is not just how much money have I saved. The real question is, how will this money actually be used for my child in the right way over time? Secondly, many parents find comfort in thinking that आज तो मैं हूँ, बाद में कोई ना कोई देख लेगा. And the reality is, yes, someone will still be involved in the child's life, but the real question is, how easy or difficult will it be for them to manage things? Because if there is no clarity, no structure, and no defined ways in which things should be handled, decisions become discretionary. And over time, they may not always align with what your child actually needs. But if you put a system in place where the money is already set aside, the usage is clearly defined, and the process is structured, then everything becomes much simpler. Now, the person involved is not figuring things out. They are simply following a system that already exists. And because of that, the child continues to receive care as you wanted them to. Now, the system I am referring to is called a trust. A trust is a legal arrangement where you set aside money or assets for a specific purpose and appoint someone to manage it for the benefit of another person. In this case, your child. The best part is the money is legally protected and used only for the purpose you define. Let me explain this with a simple example. Let's say there's a family of two children. One of them is Ria, who has special needs. Now her parents have the same concern. What happens to Ria when we are not around? What they can do is create a trust for Ria. And once the trust is created, they can set aside money into it. Now this money is no longer mixed with their personal finances. It is dedicated only for Ria. Then they define how this money should be used. It could be for her therapies, her medical needs, her daily living, and her long-term care. They can also define guidelines, what kind of expenses are not allowed, how decisions should be taken, and under what situations funds can be accessed. And the good part is, these guidelines can be always updated as her needs evolve. Now the next part is, who manages all this? As long as the parents are there, they can manage the trust, and later they can appoint someone they trust to oversee it. So instead of someone figuring things out later, a large part of this is already structured by you. Another important aspect is that the money in the trust does not just sit idle. It can be invested and grown over time. This brings me to the end of today's video. I hope this video gave you some starting point. So if you are a parent of a child with special need, start thinking about this early. The earlier you create a trust, the more confidence and peace of mind you will have. If you found this useful, do share it with someone who might need this. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section.